2017 has brought many changes to the nation, but also to Cecil County. New businesses, large and small, are finding a home in Cecil at an increasing rate. But one business whose presence might have been hard to predict just a short time ago has opened its doors on Route 40 in Elkton. PharmKent Dispensary is licensed to sell medical marijuana to patients with conditions that meet certain criteria determined by the state of Maryland. We visited PharmKent manager Shane Mayberry and asked what process was required to become a medical marijuana dispensary.
So there was a commission set forth a couple years ago, and everybody had to go through the application process. There was a lot of financial requirements, security requirements, the medical knowledge and things along those lines that went into it. And then about 2015, at the end of that year, they collected all the resumes and applications and everything and then went through those. And then they awarded those approximately a year later. And then actually from that point down time, everybody who was awarded a license, which it was 2 per senatorial district, they went ahead and were able to open up from that point on.
Before a patient obtains any cannabis product, Mayberry explained that they also need to fulfill certain requirements and be evaluated to determine what type of product is appropriate.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure that they're registered with the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure that they have actually seen a physician and they've actually gotten a recommendation from there. And from that point in time, we're going to find out whether they have used or consumed cannabis before, or whether they have this is a new experience to them. That way we can offer consultation if necessary, or if not, we can go ahead and move along in the process of collecting the product and seeing what it is exactly they're interested in.
And since patients have varying physical needs as well as different reactions to the components of cannabis, Mayberry says that the dispensary will offer an array of options.
So yeah, there's several types of cannabis out there. There's some that are more high in THC, some that are lower, some that are in the moderate range. There's also some that are higher in CBD, higher mid-low range in those as well. There's actually several different types of cannabinoids that go into cannabis and are factors in that. So somebody who was coming in for anxiety issues, we would say probably stick with a more moderate to lower THC because it has been known to increase anxiety at times. And then also maybe add in there like a higher CBD content because it's known to curb and mediate the effects of THC. And then somebody with back pain or chronic pain, something along those lines, we may say go with a higher THC strain. But the real thing is it's a self-titrated process. So not everybody reacts the same way to all the cannabinoids. So we're going to go ahead and help them figure out a regimen that's going to be best suited for them. Somebody with back pain may require less THC, or if they want to curb the psychoactive effects of it, they'll say, hey, we don't want to go ahead and have that much. So we'll prescribe or recommend a higher THC or lower THC based upon what it is the patient is looking for from us.
While some fear that the availability of medical marijuana will lead to the legalized recreational use of the drug, patients seeking relief now have a legal way to obtain marijuana.